Now, don't believe those people out there tell you the American dream is gone. Sure, it's been beaten out of us a little bit. Everybody thinks, well, I can't do anything because I don't have $1 million, or I don't know anybody, so I can't get anything done. Like all those people have fancy friends. Well, here's the guy I want you to meet. He was pumping gas. That's where he started. He was just pumping gas. And now he came up with this neat idea. So you have to go to different places now to succeed. Not for the same old stuff. He went on the internet to raise money for his idea for it. It's a tool for handyman. Instead of having sawhorses, he's got this little springy thing. Watch it. You'll see about it. But that's how he's doing it now. Raising money on the internet to start a whole new business. To provide for his family this way. I mean, the same people with the immigrants that came over, and had push carts, on the streets of New York City and made $1 million and Fortune 500 companies out of that. That's what really starts in entrepreneuring and building wealth in society. So watch how he did it, from pumping gas to having his own business too. Okay, Edward Atkins, right? And you have the centipede sawhorse, the inventor. Well, I think this is, just incredible. I mean, I guess it's sold for do-it-yourself people and things like that, but I see it as a household item, man. This is like a fold-up table that you could take out for parties or in the garage or anywhere. So tell us about it. How did you invent this sucker?
Well, I was looking for a way to create a better platform to hold sheet material.
Oh.
And I came up with this idea because we build so much building work is done with large sheet material, drywall, paneling, all that stuff. And sawhorses are so cumbersome and so bulky. I thought there must be a better way, and eventually developed the centipede.
So instead of putting like 2 to 4 sawhorses in my Mini Cooper, this thing just folds up all together, and I can put it in a couple of flat boards for a tabletop, and I can go anywhere that my car will take me and use it as a workbench or anything like that. Yeah.
That's right. And, we think anybody that might want to have a foldable table or a collapsible space, workspace of any kind, can have one of these. Literally, the small version folds up. It's 9 inches by 6 inches by 40 inches long.
9 by 6 by 40 inches long?
And it weighs 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
10 pounds. And the big one that's 4 by 8 feet, folded up, is only 9 by 16 by 40 and weighs 30 pounds.
Wow. Well, Home Depot gets a hold of this sucker, man.
We think everybody can have one of these in their house, even if they wouldn't have a sawhorse. Even if all they have is a closet to store it in, they can store one of these.
Wow. Oh, I see. That's right, because you could fold it all up and put it underneath the bed if you want, or anything like that.
That's right. Even if you're on the 40th floor of a skyscraper, you can have one of these.
That's right. Well, now, your background, like you said earlier that you were pumping gas and somebody asked you to become a machinist, and so you learned the business, and here you are inventing stuff.
Yeah, that's right. And, it's just been a learning process to go from one step to the next. And every step of the way, I learned to be the person I was supposed to end up being. And that's who I am today.
You were learning how to be yourself. You didn't know he was there, though.
That's right. I had no idea I was going to grow up to be an inventor. But, yesterday I couldn't spell engineer.
So you don't have formal training. It was just OJT stuff, huh?
Well, most of it was OJT. I ended up going back to college, a local community college, when I was in my 30s. Wow. And ended up getting an associate's degree, basically, 2-year degree. Yeah. And that propelled me through the rest of my career.
Wow. And now you're down in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, being an inventor. And you got this Kickstarter. Now, so I guess you're not a computer techie. You're more of a with your hands and making stuff kind of engineer. So how did you get hooked up with making money on Kickstarter?
Well, we were looking for a way to launch the product in kind of a grassroots bootstrap process, right? And we wanted to be able to tell the world about it, create a brand, and create sales at the same time. And crowdfunding does all of those things for us. So we decided to hook up with Kickstarter and see if we could tell the world, at least to start, tell the world about our product.
And so all you had was like the prototype that you made yourself somehow, right? And you make a video. Was that expensive to make a video or not?
Actually, no, it wasn't. And in fact, we made the prototype from common materials, and we used 3D printing to make the plastic parts, which was an interesting process. So we printed these parts.
A local maker for that, or you have one?
Yeah, I have. There's actually, you can go online and you can find guys that own 3D printers, and you can contract them to make the parts for you. All you need is the 3D model.
Uh-huh. And how do you get that done? Some software guy? You could go another place online? And
that's what I learned to do in my career, was as a designer, right, was to do 3D modeling. So I could create this on a CAD and then send the parts to these people and have them grow the parts for me. And then I put the whole thing together.
So it's all from 3D printing. So, I mean, if I didn't have that skill that you have, I mean, I could go online and go on, like guru.com or something, find somebody that will, design this CAD stuff or whatever it is. And
absolutely. Yeah, there are websites that you can contract designers like myself that at a very reasonable rate to do design work for you. You can contract people to grow parts for you. And if you have a little bit of skills, you can put the parts together yourself,
Yeah.
And we found, and then to do the video, we actually found a guy who does videos who lives just a few miles from me. And we put together the video. He did a very professional job, and it only costs a few dollars to do it. So,
wow.
So, I mean, so you go online, you find somebody to design this thing, you have an idea for something, find somebody to design it online for, who knows what, a few $100 if that. And then you go to a 3D printer guy and he prints it out for a few $100 if that, and another guy who does your videotape. And then you go on Kickstarter and you work the web as like a bandit, hoping something happens, huh?
That's right. Raise capital with Kickstarter. That's what crowdfunding's all about.
But you did $1,000 a day doing this thing.
That's right. It's incredible. You can put something out there and you can tell your friends and family about it and spread the word about it, and people will go there and they will help you raise the money to actually make the thing reality.
Wow. I mean, that's what's so cool. I mean, you think that America, you could do this, and do a video and design this stuff yourself and get no big investors involved, no big companies, no meetings.
No huge machines, no giant tools or any of that, right? It's very simple.
And I don't even have to learn to be a machinist like you.
You just have to learn to stick to it and make it happen, right?
So what do you think that stops people from getting their idea to this point or whatever, or even carrying it through?
Well, I think a lot of times our friends and family are the culprit. They tell us, oh, that'll never work. Those people, it takes lots of money to make money, blah, 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 blah. You know what? It's today, maybe years ago that was true, but today it's just not so. And you shouldn't listen to people that tell you no. You should listen to people that tell you yes.
I believe in that. I mean, my thing was your friends and family are your worst enemy because they don't want to see you fail.
They want to try to protect you from yourself, right? Well, you know what? Sometimes you need to not.
Do you have kids there, Ed, or not?
We have a son. He's grown. He's on his own, so he's making.
So when that kid started walking, remember when he started walking? Now he was going to fall on his butt, right? So the first time he took a step, if you said, "Don't do that," you're going to fall.
Right. Guess what? I'd still be carrying him around, right? Literally and figuratively, right?
And that's what your friends and family do to you now when you want to do something. Don't do that. You're going to fall.
Yeah, right. Such is our society today. We try to legislate it out of the possibility anybody can hurt themselves.
And you're an engineer. You know that. You got to make a bunch of mistakes to find the right place to go.
That's right. That's right. Thomas Edison tried 2,000 elements to find the right element to create a light.
So that sucker's a failure, man.
Oh yeah, and somebody said that to him. Oh my God, how did you do that? 2,000 times you failed. He said, no, I found 2,000 things that wouldn't work,
That wouldn't work. See, that's right.
but I found one that did.
And we take advice from people who probably would never even buy your stuff anyway.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you're wonderful. It's so nice to talk to you, Ed. And so people want to see that. I mean, you have a great video that explains it all. And if you go to Centipede Tool, right? CENTIPEDETOOL. Now, I flunked English in college, even 2 New York Times bestsellers, so that's right.
CentipedeTool.com.
So you go to centipedetool.com, see it, it's still a Kickstarter campaign. You get in there and you be one of the first in your neighborhood to go on these collapsible tables that you could put underneath your bed. They're terrific. Nobody else is going to have one. And it's your dream child that you've been working on this so long. It's nothing that you just, came out of the air in 3 seconds. I mean, that's why people put their heart into things, and they're the ones that are really worth investing in, and being participant part of. And so we could all participate in your work by supporting you at centipedetool.com. And it's a bargain. It's only like on Kickstarter's like $65 and you got one, right?
That's right. That's right. We'll be making deliveries pretty soon.
Yeah, you can't even get a dinner for that kind of money anymore.
So yeah, all are welcome. Come on down, check it out. You'll love it. It's a cool thing.
Wonderful. CentipedeTool.com. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you. Have a great day.
See, so get out there, push a few carts or whatever, learn about what business is all about. And I travel around the globe now, these underdeveloped countries. Well, people start businesses with just 2 sticks together. They don't need anything. Yeah, that's what business is all about. Now on the internet, it's all free. You don't have to pay for this or for asking for money or know anybody. It's how you use that tool, this thing. So start learning how to do it.